Muy buenas noches, amigos y amigas de la hoguera. Bienvenidos un día más. Pues vale,
Se viene.
Se viene.
Hi, Super Carlos.
Muy
Strike.
buenas, Super Carlos. Muy buenas a todos. ¿Qué tal? Strike.
Hi, everyone.
Vamos a pasar una tarde tranquilita viendo un evento, porque va a ser básicamente toda la tarde. Muy buenas,
Fala,
Arthur.
galera.
Buenas tardes.
2 horas y media.
2 horas y media dura esto. Así que no sé si estaremos jugando cosas en medio o no, o qué. Veremos a ver un poco qué pasa, porque... Y a ver cuán interesante es, claro, si merece la pena estar aquí las 2 horas y media o no. Pero venga, ¿cuáles son vuestras apuestas? Vamos a ver Elden Ring. No sería ninguna tontería, ¿eh? Estaban hablando de que Elden Ring Sekiro se presentó en los Game Awards. Y estos de Geoff Keighley igual. O sea que Geoff Keighley le gusta tener sus cositas bien montadas, bien preparadas. O sea que...
Game Awards.
Please. No, sí, yo tampoco creo que vaya a salir, la verdad. Porque este evento sería un evento europeo. No pinta mucho aquí el Ring, nada. En los Game Awards sí, porque es algo más mundial. Pero ahora se ha hecho un poco más así por el tema del corona y esto. Pero vamos, esto es una feria europea. Es la más grande de Europa, pero... la Gamescom, pero... ¿Tú crees? Eso From Software lo hace muy bien, ¿eh? Filtra cosas, pero creo que no son cosas súper importantes, ¿sabes? Aun con las filtradas de From Software, ves el tráiler y te vienes arriba igualmente. O sea que... Lo filtró Bandai, madre mía. Ya, no sé por qué harán eso, la verdad. Si sale algo, regalas más. Si se muestran videojuegos, regaláis todos 2 subs.
Se
Muchas
sale
gracias.
algo. Se sale algo. What is gameplay? Any gameplay in the Gamescom, Super regala 2 subs.
Lo tenía activado esto y no sé por qué no. Grande, Carlos, cierto. Nos dejamos los ojos ahí.
Much better. Oh, thank you, Carlos.
Esperemos que no nos pete internet porque está yendo muy raro, la verdad. Mira, The Game Awards está streameando también. 20 segundos. Sekiro. Yes. Ajá. Nuestros ojos también nos lo agradecen, Carlos.
Yeah, it was hurting without noticing, you know, and then when you put it, there was a relief. Instantaneous relief.
Sí, es la pantalla más blanca que jamás he visto. 7, 5, 4.
Adiós.
Se viene. Pero se viene.
May contain games inappropriate for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Grande. ¿Está alto para ti?
No, it's low.
I realize you probably have a lot of questions right now. Like, who is this guy? Not that important. Is this the show? No. Just to be clear, this is the pre-show. This is you.
This is his hair is so big.
So long.
So long, yeah.
That one is gonna look nice. That one's
It's
got
because
jazz
in
to it.
Brazilian
That
it's
one's
big
got a budget.
and
It's
not
gonna
long.
be fancy looking, not like this. And then you might be thinking, wait, is the next 20 minutes just this guy with his headband talking to me about stuff? No. It's going to be some of that, but most of the show is trailers. We have world premiere trailers right here for the pre-show. If anything, my job is just to smile at you and fill time in between trailers.
Súbele un poco al
I
stream.
think start off with a trailer.
Sí, lo he subido ya. ¿Se escucha bien? ¿O lo subo más? Espera, perdón, que no está.
No, because this is probably for the pre-show, no?
Perdón, sí.
Oh, this is to start the pre-show. This is gonna be the whole stream, the event today.
Scarlet Nexus. Yo ya estoy casado. Lo quería ver. Perdón, que estaba bajado de OBS.
You have to be prepared for anything.
Me caso mucho con este juego.
The static is just too
No
good.
puede ser más anime. Es
Yeah.
la cosa, el juego más anime del mundo.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Sí. Monstruos sin ningún tipo de sentido, es que me caso infinito.
Or the world will be destroyed.
No, hombre, esto es...
So many different powers.
¿Cómo se llama?
We were not happy.
Scarlet Nexus es esto.
You have your ways of doing things?
Pero la verdad es que se parece mucho a God Eater. Pero esto es un hack and slash. Un juego tipo...
Besides go.
Caso muy bueno. Scarlet Nexus.
This is a bit sayonara white hearts for me, but the rest, the rest I can play without dying.
If you're just now joining us, this is the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. That was a trailer for a video game and not an anime, and I'm Kyle Bossman, not important. For the next 20 minutes, much less than now, we are counting down the minutes until the big show, Opening Night Live, in which you're going to get fresh looks at Fall Guys Season
Yeah,
2,
this is
dicho
the
de show.
count.
Destiny 2,
¿Ha hecho the
Call of
show?
Duty Black Ops
No,
Cold
this is
War
the
was just
countdown
announced
to
yesterday.
start the
We're already
opening
getting to
night
see more of that
night.
tonight. Lots of things to see. Cindy Goodman from IGN is going to be giving out the Gamescom awards for
She-
Best PC Game, Best PlayStation Game, Best Xbox Game, as well as talking about some brand new shows from IGN that they are
No, no,
debuting this week
15.
at Gamescom. Lots of stuff in ONL. It is going to be a chunky, thick show. But in the meantime, for this pre-show, it is time now for another world premiere on our end. The game next that we're
Okay.
going to see is called Quantum Error. And parents, let me warn you now. It's time to put the kids to bed. Because it's about to get scary as hell in here. I don't care if you're in the Western Hemisphere
Muy buenas,
and it is the
Joelio.
afternoon.
Bueno, Joelio.
Put the
La
kids
La
to bed.
Gamescom, el pre-show.
La Gamescom, estamos viendo, Joelio. El pre-show de la Gamescom. Oh,
Esto es de PS5.
¿es PS5?
Finally. We did it.
Iba a decir noches de terror, pero luego ha salido un tío con una guideline.
Oh, we have to buy
Esperando.
medium.
That artifact you
The
recovered.
medium.
¿Pero cuándo sale? ¿Sale ya? No, no.
No, but because I remember the sale on on Steam.
Ah, pero eso va a estar yo creo hasta que salga.
The
Yo
answer
creo
to
que
Yeah, I
es una-
remember you did not buy because it
que es
was
una oferta.
for, yeah,
de reservarlo. O sea.
sí.
¿Noches
Pre-order.
de terror esta? No lo sé yo,
Hip Dead Space.
F de Space.
Que saquen Dead Space. What?
Cuidado, Casumil.
And we are talking about co-op. Co-op, we can also play Dead Space. Yeah.
stars.
No, de Space 3. Es el co-op.
Ah, yeah, because we have to play the second one. But we don't have to play the
No, we
second
don't
one.
have to play
But
this.
people say it's really good, so. Pero que no siga.
Reach will be infinite.
Uf, me caso con este juego, First person horror sci-fi. Estoy arriba. Quantum Error. Muchos juegos con Quantum, ¿no? Los confundo ya.
Oh, what other?
Quantum. El otro era. ¿Cómo era el de Xbox?
We've got a lot more world exclusive trailers to
No me
go,
acuerdo.
more pre-show to go, an interview with Jeff Keighley. Next
Quantum
up,
Break. Quantum
we
Fracture.
have a car
Quantum
brand
Break?
synonymous with
It's a
racing
spell break.
and innovation, and a key partner of Gamescom
Sí,
for
no son
years.
muy
Ford.
originales
They're
con los
about to
nombres.
exclusively reveal the first ever car made with gamers for gamers. Check it out.
Ford knows racing. In 2019, we brought our love of racing to gaming, and Team Fordzilla was born. And that was just the beginning. In May, we launched Project P1 to design a car in collaboration with gamers for gaming. This project was a global first, and our designers
¿cómo?
Coches.
let their imagination go wild.
¿Cómo? ¿Es que es un coche de verdad? ¿No es un
Our
juego?
first global announcement.
Han hecho un coche.
Please welcome
Los gamers
our
han hecho un
first
coche
ever
para los
Team
gamers.
Fordzilla Project
Entiendo, pero
P1
vamos.
model.
Espera un segundo. Pensaba que era un videojuego. ¿Qué gamers han hecho un coche? ¿De quién están hablando? No entiendo.
Why should we be interested?
No entiendo nada. Hombre, tengo mucha curiosidad en cómo han hecho un coche unos
Gamer
gamers.
car.
¿Eso es un coche de verdad? O sea, no esto,
It's
ya
so
sé que es un
triggered.
vídeo, pero...
Mejor el
Eso va a
Ford
ser un-
Fiesta.
Microsoft
Me lo
Labo.
ofusca. Microsoft Labo.
And now our second
Nintendo
global
made a
announcement.
motorcycle,
We've got
Microsoft
so
did a car.
excited with Project P1.
Muy
We are
buenas,
now
Martín.
starting to make a real
Por
world
eso no va.
of this groundbreaking car.
Son los coches, las cosas esas que limpian el polvo por el suelo.
Ah,
solos.
sí.
Joder, Martín.
Then you are playing and the thing is cleaning for you. This is the true coche gamer.
Video games and writing are absolutely my two favorite passions, and I just managed to combine them into a job. So I feel like, honestly, I probably would have finished a couple of books.
If there was no game, what else would I do? I mean, I like tech, but you need.
You
to
authorize
do
them to
things
put
on the
your
technology.
interview?
And so if I can't
What?
play
You authorize
things,
them to put your
I wasn't in the
interview,
game.
or in the end
I'm
you...
in this
There'll be a
pre-show.
lot
I'm in the show.
of TV watching.
If there's out there a universe where I'm not a gamer, then I probably would start to game.
I think I will try something to put some smile on the face of everyone.
I would watch a lot more
A
movies
little bit cringe, but okay.
and read more books and get bored.
Uy,
Welcome back to the Opening Night Live pre-show.
the true pre-show, the show. The show started.
Show de la hoguera,
Madre
maldita sea,
mía.
Martín, ¡qué demonios! Un poco de fuego para este
The
Conventional.
countdown
So,
just
tell us what to
ended.
expect from the show this year. Please welcome Jeff Keighley. We are now joined by
I cannot
Jeff
even.
Keighley, host and executive producer.
Bien
of
hecho,
Opening
thank you,
Night Live.
Martín.
Muchísimas gracias. Lo suyo.
I'm doing great, Kyle. How are you?
El bueno, el bueno.
Okay,
El bueno de Martín.
So,
Ah, no, de Jeff Keighley también.
Martín también.
Gamescom
Maldita
said we're
sea.
going digital this year. When did you start thinking about O&L and how that's going to look?
Well, we knew last year we were going to do another O&L.
Jeff Keighley, his lens of 1.2 aperture.
We had no idea what format it was going to take. Normally we were in Cologne. This year we're doing it from Los Angeles. But I actually, Gamescom came to me and said we definitely want to do O&L. It's a digital event for the whole world.
¿Por qué se
So
hace una
even if we don't have
entrevista
something
de sí
physically in
mismo
Germany, we still want to do the
en su
show with
propio
you.
pre-show?
And I said I was really
Hablando
excited
sobre
about this,
cómo
maybe
hizo el
we
show,
can
no
put all these
entiendo
things
nada.
together to create
entiendo nada.
a grand finale
Cuéntanos, ¿cómo,
for the show.
cómo,
And all
cómo
summer I was
hiciste
really
este show
hoping
que
It's like,
está
what if-
ocurriendo ahora mismo?
to do
What
a
if I
show
get
that was a little
Kyle
bit bigger than I've been, broadcasting from home
to
here for
ask
many
me
months, and I wanted to do something
how I
with a
felt
set and
about
a
doing my
spectacle to
show.
it. And
I
bring
think it's
the
gonna
whole
be pretty
industry
cool.
together.
People, the
That's what
gamers
we're gonna
will
do.
like it.
So is it going to be just as long as a regular show?
Yeah, if
we
it
have,
was
like,
him
2
doing
hours
an
of
interview
stuff
to
show
himself,
folks,
then
from
would be.
the industry, you know, but
Sería, sería lo
big
máximo.
stuff, the biggest games
Sería lo
ever, like
máximo.
Call of Duty, and then a lot of
Yeah.
really, interesting titles. Of course, we're gonna have some amazing next-gen stuff in the show.
Bob,
And,
grande, maldita
and Fall
sea,
Guys
Carlos.
season
Probably
2,
because
which
he always
has,
he always
become a thing over the past couple of weeks, so
he always
it's
thinks
really fun to have, like,
I
the
speak
big
too
and the
low, so he
small
puts
and
my
the
microphone
surprises
louder
and
than
next-gen
his.
all blended together.
fuerte
But yeah, it's
comparación
a
a-
full-blown show, 2 hours.
Is it going to be just back-to-back trailers, or are you going to do some interviews?
Vale, a ver si,
and
a ver si así está mejor.
You will
Eres
definitely see
emocionado.
trailers. You will see some extended gameplay
Sí,
demos,
Espera, que os-
of
que no, es que no
some
puedo.
titles
It
as
was
well. There will
it
be
was
some
Martin.
interviews
This
with a
is
couple of
Martin.
developers.
Ahora esto.
We've
And
got
we are
some
not
special
listening to
guests. And one thing I
anything.
will say,
I'm
kind
sorry,
of
people.
right out of the gate, is that this is not sort of wall-to-wall.
But this is the
shock
pre-show.
and
It's the
awe
moment for that.
announcements of new games, similar to last year at Gamescom. We have some really big updates on games that fans are excited about and meaningful, but the kind of big surprise announcements. We have a few things in the show, and we have lots of great things planned for the Game Awards. But similar to last year, this is really a showcase of like big holiday games coming next year that you know about. So I would tell people to set their expectations to be really meaningful updates on existing games versus blowing you away
Carlos tiene amigos que vienen voluntariamente y no tienen que chantajear a nadie.
Jeff, I am personally looking forward to the show.
Well, Me too. It's
Who
been really
always are
fun to
valid.
build this, but even working with our team, it's been challenging
Carlos,
to do
espera
things
mis gatos.
safely in the era of COVID. And it's been, it's meant a lot to
Bien
me.
hecho, Loki
Carlos.
feliz.
Still want to do this show, and I think for all of us in the industry, we want that big.
As soon as the cats are
showcase.
safe.
I'm really excited
Todo
to
por la hoguera.
leave home, do have a set, and you'll see we've got like screens and lights, and it's. If we do it right, we're gonna hopefully create that.
Then Carlos
magic
sent on
moment that we
Discord
haven't
a
felt this
picture with
summer, right?
him
A lot of
and
the
all
events
the
this summer
cats.
have been pre-taped and they've been great and lots of cool game
Oh,
info.
bien
But I
hecho,
really wanted to do
Javi.
something live with a lot of energy to it. So if we do things right, that's what people are about to see.
Very cool. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for hosting the pre-show.
I'm doing my best. So just so we're all on the same page about what just happened, that was basically an interview with my boss using questions that I mostly already know the answers to. So considering all that, I think that went pretty well. Next up, we do have another world premiere trailer, baby. Vroom vroom honk honk for Dirt 5.
Grande.
Dirt 5.
No. Yeah.
Grande Martín, maldita sea. ¿Pero Martín sabe sobre los Dominkis o no? Carlos, ¿has hecho tu trabajo? No, como embajador de los Dominkis. Espero que le hayas puesto al día. Bien hecho. Dinos, Cata, ¿qué piensas sobre este juego? ¿Qué opinas? que te llaman tanto los
¿Qué
juegos
asco me da?
de carreras? Cuéntanos. Así, tus primeras impresiones, viendo el trailer, simplemente.
Games with cars always look cool, right?
Ajá.
I don't think I...
¿Vas a jugarlo en inglés o en portugués?
No, I'm not gonna play it.
¿No?
No. This is physics.
Physics.
No, my career as a driver stopped on
Esos
Top
giros.
Gear 2.
Esos volantes. O sea que Dirt, espera un segundo. ¿Ha dejado atrás Dirt el rally? ¿Y ahora es esta
No,
locura?
no. This is another thing.
Ah, sí. Pero con el Dirt 5
No,
ya
but
toca.
they select in the beginning
Ah,
because
vale.
there is like a playground.
Ah, vale. Este rollo... ¿Tiene un rollo en Need for Speed o qué? From October 16. Ahí se lanzan todo.
So you think like a vampire bit a car and sucked out gas? To be continued. It is now time for the part of the pre-show that I've been reading your live comments. I see them right now. Everybody's blowing up, demanding Kyle's 10 reasons to be excited for Opening Night Live. Well, let's kick it off. Reason number 10 to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020, feeling excited for next gen again. Number 9, Jeff Keighley wardrobe reveal. Number 8 reason to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020. Destiny
It's
trailers
Jeff
are usually pretty
that
good.
you say
Number
his name?
7, it
Huh?
will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number 6, Call of Duty
I
Black
thought he
Ops
said
Cold War.
Jeff.
Number 5
No.
reason to be excited for
Jeff.
ONL 2020. Shadow drops. Number 4,
Why are you
Fall
putting in
Guys Season 2.
widescreen?
Number 3 reason to be excited for ONL 2020. Actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, everything else in my life sucks right now.
¿Puedes
And the
subirle
number
un
1
pelín
reason
al
to be
directo?
excited for Opening Night Live 2020. Jeff
El
Keighley said it's
directo-
gonna be
this one,
good.
I mean, sorry.
We have one final world premiere
Supongo que
trailer to
sí.
show
Sí.
off, and this trailer is an announcement of a Switch version of a popular game from 2018 that can only be described as
2018?
Dinosaursy.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Ah, no, es el juego este de matar... Oh, de Switch.
You think that things are going to turn out differently?
Ah, es el juego por ese palo.
Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control.
Mucha gente está hablando muy bien de este
Control-
juego. Si te gustan este
Well,
tipo de juegos, claro.
Here's the thing. Humanity is desperate for it. We are seduced by it. But we never really possess it.
Fake world premiere. Not
See,
that
life
premiere.
Can be tenacious and stubborn. Life will not be contained. And what makes us such unique creatures is knowing the power of what we're up against and still believing that we
Bien
can
hecho.
win.
Arthur side is divertidísimo.
That's it. That's all we have for you in this very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual opening night live, in which you'll see some Destiny 2, you'll see Fall Guys Season 2, you'll see Black Ops Cold War, that mysterious PlayStation 5 demo, some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it. I should thank you, actually, for putting up with my nonsense for the last 20 minutes. It is
After that
appreciated.
trailer.
But seriously, enjoy the show.
Go. Venga.
So
what's the plan?
Time to take control of our world.
Please don't.
When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided.
This is the one he put on Twitter, right?
Do we have what
The
it
opening.
takes
All right, I'm going in.
to be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the
Mucho
world
texto.
together.
Venga, hombre, dale caña.
We celebrate who we
Esto,
are
qué grande.
It's humanity's chance to repent.
and what we are.
Gostos de Tsukiya.
With you every step of the way.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live.
The opening night live.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to Gamescom
says Jeff.
Opening Night Live 2020. Now,
That's a
this
really
year,
big
Gamescom is, of course, a
empty
little
space.
different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the
Y
way,
eso
too.
solo importa.
But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my
is so
production
sad
team,
when
and doing a show at this
it drops
scale
us here.
safely is not easy,
Who is
especially
in the
when all
gaming
of you at
industry
home have some pretty insane
working to keep
expectations.
them
I hope tonight
entertained.
reminds you why
Us.
you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday.
Acknowledge
Call
next
of
gen.
Duty Black Ops
Madre
Cold
mía, es un-
War.
es un
And joining
estadio-
me
es un
is Dan
estadio-
Vondrak
es
from
un
Raven
escenario
to tell
croma.
us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to
Hombre,
work
I
on
did not
from
go to
nearly
a
the
part of
beginning
the
of
world that
development.
didn't have the
We
Switch
knew
on
Black
there.
Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved
Yeah,
the
claro,
idea of
mucho
returning to the
frame,
pillars
yeah.
built the Black Ops
The framers,
franchise,
though.
deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
There's like something like to be in the street
Yeah,
or
part of the
something
fun in making this game was
Or to
bringing
cut
back the
victims.
iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters.
Or
So the
Crunch,
campaign takes
okay.
place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the
remember to
original
read the
Black Ops and
comments
really
because
be
we
that
don't have
direct
that.
sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we loved playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh yeah, I remember the numbers. All right,
He's doing
well,
this. He's
Dan,
looking at a
we
wall
are
without
excited to see
anything.
more of it. I know
How he's
multiplayer
doing this? He's
reveal is
looking at
coming
a
in
wall
September,
without
but,
anything, you think?
Since you
Just
got a
listening
switch
to
there,
his
maybe you can
voice?
flip the switch
You think
on
he
something
has a
exclusive
PC
for
that
us.
he's looking
No, yo
at?
creo que son pantallas enormes.
Yeah, absolutely. This is
Lo
really
que no sé es
exciting
lo del
because this will be
suelo.
the
El
first time
suelo
we've
supongo
seen
que
this
es un croma o algo
outside
así.
the walls of
Pero
the
las
development
estas son
studio.
pantallas.
This is a scene
creo
from
que no.
early in the game, and it's a critical point.
Numbers,
Really,
Mason.
it shows
The
the narrative
numbers.
of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be
No,
battling.
claro,
So
hombre,
let's take a
él
look.
está viendo, no va a estar viendo una pantalla, una pared verde.
Because it's changing. It was another thing before. It wasn't
1943.
like-
Detailed
So I
information
think
from the
only this
Manhattan
one, or
Project
both?
was stolen from Los Alamos
I'm very curious
by the
about
Russian
this.
spy known as Perseus. 1968, Vietnam War.
Okay, I don't
Viet
understand.
Cong soldiers
Porque es algo,
orchestrated by Perseus
es algo que dicen en
attempted to
Black Ops.
steal an
Ah, vale.
American-made
Toda la
nuclear
campaña de
bomb
Black
from a
Ops se
U.S.
basa en
firebase.
tú estás interrogando a una
5
persona
days ago,
y quieres que te dé unos números que
we
solo
acquired
él
intel
recuerda.
that Perseus is in play again.
Por eso
Okay.
jugamos solo de The
Track of
Numbers,
the
based on the Numbers. Que es una campaña muy buena además
Perseus.
de first person
The
shooter.
CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler.
Tío, me da mucha
He's one of the
grima,
few
la
people
verdad.
who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die.
Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is going to happen.
Madre mía, la captura
Something
de,
that will affect the free world.
de movimientos y de cara de Call of Duty es una cosa. Se nota el nuevo engine. Tengo sentimientos muy encontrados con Call of Duty.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission?
Me han puesto como cara de
Is
buena
the
gente.
threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal. If the press gets a hold...
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible
mal hecho.
deniability is the
Deberían ser
backbone of our
legales, ¿no?
work.
Digo yo.
We're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world.
Like, you don't know how
Give
things
Mr.
work in
Adler
the
whatever
United
he
States.
Everything is illegal?
We've been given
We
an
kill
important
people.
task. Protecting our very way of life from a
Qué
great
grima
evil.
da.
There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people
Mr.
will
Reagan.
know of your struggles,
Sí.
rest assured, the entire free world will benefit.
Es que me da con el free world.
I know you won't fail us.
Sé yo ahí poner a Ronald
Tonight we
Reagan.
have some new game announcements for you guys as
Waiting
well,
with the
including this
smile.
one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from
Me pega
Reflector
mejor, me
Entertainment in
pega más el
Montreal.
nombre
It's
en
called
castellano,
Unknown
sí.
9. The
Llamada
game
de
tells the
Honor.
story of Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and
What?
haunted by
I
visions of
wanna
her
see
own
this.
death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities
sorry.
to
No
manipulate the
conozco este
No,
unseen.
because he was saying
Check out this first look.
What the hell? It looks cool.
Es una CGI.
Yeah, but still. It's a cool environment.
Qué grande. ¿Pero conocías ya este juego de qué?
No, I did not know. It was what he was saying, and then I got interested.
Ah,
But I wanted to listen what he was saying. Because he said it's a new... Huh?
Coming to PC and next generation.
But I could not listen to the studio. He said it was in Montreal.
All right, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight, we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
For some time now. I knew the word the moment you set foot in the room. Your gifts. Must now.
Bueno, Doom.
You don't want to play Doom Eternal, right?
¿Eh?
You don't want to play Doom Eternal. Oh, do you?
No he jugado al anterior, no he jugado el primer Doom. Seguro que me gustaría, sí, pero no. ¿Por qué? ¿Tú lo quieres ver?
Just curious.
No he jugado ninguno, sé que me gustarían, porque es como un hack and slash con armas. Pero la verdad es que nunca. Probé la demo en Play 4, creo que fue, hace mucho, la demo del primero. Y la verdad es que no me flipó. Pero seguro que me gustaría.
"2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you."
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014
Casey
Game
Hudson,
Awards,
it's the
accepting
name of
the Game of the
the-
Year for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Those guys have different
And since then,
activations.
we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology.
Something Hudson.
Este hombre es la next gen.
We're still in early production,
Joder.
but we thought it was
Madre
time
mía,
to
la
give you
cámara
the
que
very
usa es
first
next
look
gen, el
at how
sitio en el que
BioWare's
está es
passionate
next
team
gen,
of developers are
su
crafting this
micrófono
very
es next gen,
special game.
su pelo es next gen. ¡Buah! Ese hombre es el ray tracing, madre, de la vida real.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
What are you saying?
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare.
Working in these meetings, everyone happy. Okay, BioWare, we believe it.
For players and fans to enjoy.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Recordemos que lo último que sacó BioWare es Anthem.
A wonderful world to play in.
No,
I am really excited about the future of
el
Dragon
Grounded
Age.
es de BioWare, ¿no? ¿O no? ¿O me
This
estoy
is an
confundiendo?
original world,
El juego este de los insectos, de los niños pequeños, ¿no es de BioWare?
Original architecture, that makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as
Obsidian.
well.
Siempre confundo Obsidian con BioWare.
For the game we're working on now,
Oh, my hair.
what happens
Sí.
when you don't have power?
Los dos son estudios
What
de
happens
RPGs.
when the people in
Grandes.
charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that
Epic.
focus on the people
Dominkis.
around you and the friends and family you make.
They think they are the Dominkis, you know. El
perro.
Muy mal BioWare. Muy mal.
¿Cómo bebe? ¿Cómo bebe BioWare de los Dominkis?
They've tried. They tried.
Un hombre con barba.
Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call
Jesus,
you
he went to Brazil.
when this is
Pobre.
over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more
Tengo que, es una cosa
realistic
que voy a
when you're
intentar
looking
buscar
at the
en Canadá.
characters and the way they
Quiero
walk
trabajar de
and
voiceover.
move and interact in
Really?
the world.
You could.
Players
I don't know why
watching
you
that
were
suspension of
with this
disbelief that this
sarcastic
wonderful
smile.
collection of digital pixels
No, porque acabo de ver a ese tío haciéndolo en su casa y digo... Si me
Because
manda
it's
los
something
vídeos,
you really could
mira,
do it.
No están en
Design
estudios,
bosses,
seguro.
I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the
Para
big threats
videojuegos.
that you have to go up against.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the Wardens!
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that
Katrina.
a party member
Sí,
lives
her
or
name
a
is
party
Katrina. It's
member
Katrina. ¿Cómo bebé?
dies. And it means owning
Uy,
your outcome
pero
and
es en tercera o en
reactivity
primera.
to the choices that you do make.
I just love the
¿No se puede las dos,
possibilities
o
that
cómo?
Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
Si es en tercera,
To
cuidado,
me,
¿de qué
that
estamos hablando?
potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity
¿Cómo trabajan todos ahí? Al aire libre.
every time.
Super se casa.
Yo me
Next
caso,
up, it's time for something special.
Qué calentado. Madre mía.
Qué grande. Ah,
Un
claro,
poco
que
de
tú
fuego.
No conoces, ¿no?
No.
Claro, Regreso al Futuro es esto.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Then I'm gonna get the rage.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future.
Sorry, everyone.
Doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
And what exactly do you have to do
Surgeon
with Surgeon
Simulator? What is happening?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Shire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later, we digitized the experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program
¿Por qué
through your
Back to the
computer
Future
and
con
be medically
Surgeon
trained
Simulator? No
from the
entiendo nada.
comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want the world premiere, a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects you have already completed.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time
He's
will
very
tell.
bonita.
And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
That's on his head! No!
I'm gonna give him a little pat on the head. Where does this part go? Wait, there, we got it. He looks good as new.
Now grab the good arm and bring it in here! We're dying! He's dying! Oh,
No! That's not right! My finger slipped!
He gets the right.
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ! Put it back!
Oh,
It's alive! He's flying! He's perfect! We saved him!
Vale.
Next.
Doc
Even
Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing
YouTubers,
Surgeon Simulator.
teachers.
Only on Opening Night Live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
World premiere.
Head up.
Qué grande. ¿Este tío?
Gotti. The rest of us tres. Left 4 Dead 3, right? Oh, The Walking Dead. Bridge construction. Oh Jesus, how good is that The Walking Dead?
Bridge constructor. The Walking.
Espera, ¿qué?
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of
There's a
two
post-show.
classic characters.
Pre-show show
Love.
and post-show?
Check
Pre-show
this out.
show and post-show? Jesus, too many shows. Too many tickets.
In a world gone strange,
I guess.
one elite force stands against the darkness. But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for
It's
effect.
2 hours and a half. We still have a lot of time.
Sam, I'm blind! Oh, hello, miss.
Oh, first season.
The
Prison
return
Break.
of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2. Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all
But who voted for that? It's something. I think we're supposed to know that, but we don't know.
All day long, games content, interviews, dev talks.
Pero no da como nominada ni nada así, simplemente le dan un premio.
Maybe it was to vote before in the website or something. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But who voted? Like, who played this game? It's not out, right?
¿Y cuál era el
And now,
premio?
let's go back to Jeff.
Best game of Nintendo Switch. On Nintendo Switch. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid.
Ah,
We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also awesome indies. And I'm going to be on the Daily Show.
Awesome
tomorrow,
indies.
so looking
We
forward
like
to
it.
that.
This we
All right,
like
well,
it.
on to our next game. In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
World Premiere. Otra cinemática. Bueno, claro, es que este juego ya, el juego no lo puedes enseñar porque conoce ya todo el mundo y además no se ve especialmente bien. World of Warcraft. ¿Ah, sí? No tengo ni idea de expansiones de ninguno de los dos, la verdad, ni del final ni de este. Que va a ser de las mejores expansiones del WoW. Cuidado con eso.
Light, save my soul.
Afterlives, Bastion.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what
is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me.
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon.
Uther! The time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself.
You're missing going to the movies. There you have it.
He falls.
Las cinemáticas de Blizzard es que son una cosa... No importa cómo las hagan. Madre mía.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did, and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
Hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait
Bastion,
to experience Shadowlands.
We haven't seen
I'm really sorry,
cinematic,
but
the
nothing
like Bastion
is almost over.
What is almost over?
Oh, esto es Bastion. Para los gráficos. O sea, así como se ve.
Ah, the weight.
Gracias, Carlos. Le hicieron subir los gráficos. Pero 70.
October 27th, it is official. And we have so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet & Clank, PlayStation 5, much more. Stay tuned. All right, but now it's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio.
Canadian studio. Oh, Jesus, que se nos congela, Geoff.
Have returned. They corrupted. Divided.
Oh, este es.
Conquered.
No, no es el.
Until finally.
Ay, Dios.
Ay.
No. Link.
Link. F, es suyo,
Brasil.
F.
Ah, sí, sí. It's
Es
not
suyo,
us.
es suyo,
Leg.
Es suyo, amigos, es suyo, Es suyo,
Leg. Not our fault.
No nuestro,
F.
Ay,
Disable
que se
chat.
Ay, que se te
Big
despierta.
F. Next slide.
Ponlo a 720, Geoff, que se te congela. A Gamescom.
Pues bien.
Ay, Dios.
Ay, qué pena.
Se han perdido el trailer.
Ay, qué pena.
Esto es una cagada importante,
Ay, qué pena.
Que para la
I
gente.
had some masked fun with
Ay,
Geoff
no.
sigue igual. A Geoff le da todo igual.
October. Crash, of course, let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot.
No, hombre.
He's where?
What?
Jesus, Geoff, se te está cayendo el evento. Se te está yendo a la mierda.
Crash.
Ahora
Curse Crash.
Ahora lo de Microsoft no parece tan malo. Claro, por lo menos funciona, ¿no?
See, now when the director goes really bad, we can say even Gamescom had it.
If Gamescom have it. Ya hemos carillado. Buen detalle. Bro.
Go YouTube.
Tell us
No,
more
YouTube
about
was
what we
really
just
bad
saw.
today.
I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob.
Negative
Jesus.
frames.
Está maldecido.
Madre mía.
Esto es por no mostrar el de
Pause it for the love of God. So sad. No, yeah, I don't think we'll have everyone.
No, yo creo que tampoco.
Just to update.
No, es ellos.
Ay, qué pena.
Ay, pobre, ese hombre se ve muy triste porque no funciona.
What he was
play in Crash 4 narrative.
What he just said.
Yeah, so
Please tell us what
to
we
the
said.
90s, when
we saw.
Neocortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard, and they're really awesome, and they're super. We can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure, so players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object pickup, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
The screen
Sure. So
Seems
one
like
of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms. Really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure plumbing kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. Narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in things before.
Awesome. All right, well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Quien Sony quiera cualquiera que lo haga.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
Eso que es de 30 euros. Yep. Lo mejor de la Gamescom por ahora. Lo mejor de la
The one that
por ahora,
that's Super Sent.
El tráiler de World of Warcraft.
Ah.
A rupture that obliterates without warning.
See? Outriders.
Outriders. Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road, into the dark heart of creation. 'Cause I feel the way you feel. Yeah, I kill the way you kill. We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
That is such a good comment.
Mola más los hechos que las caras de los personajes.
Es verdad.
IGN. Oh, este juego aún lo quiero probar,
Yeah, you did.
Lo pruebo mañana. Ubisoft, me caso mucho con Ubisoft. Yo soy muy fan de los.
I'm still remembering the box from yesterday. Xbox One, Xbox X, Xbox Series X, Xbox X.
También me caso.
There was a screenshot of a Brazilian streamer I followed today of a question on this game. Do you think about... No, I want to... What was that? Like he was planning to come to Brazil, you know, like, and then I want to go to Brazil. And then he was like, please don't do that.
I can see you're new
please
here.
don't.
Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlog says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash
Every
your
time I
head from
read
20
this,
paces for saying
I
they
read
couldn't.
Tsukasa.
I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future game to be quite bright
Só vou falar em português agora aqui nesse canal. Não vou falar mais inglês nessa porra.
Will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games. I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do in the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução, obviamente, gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira como a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais
He lives in Canada now, but from this, I think people say the name of his channel Berkay Sedu or something, but I don't watch him. I don't know.
YouTuber or Twitch?
YouTuber. But I don't know if he streams
One of the things
too.
I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of 2 in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
And in the end, I didn't see what they were talking about. What they were talking about?
Que tío más crack. De hecho, un motor gráfico mismo. Este juego lo he visto. Es como pixel, pero se ve increíble. Y pensé, ¿qué es esto? Pensé que era algo de Minecraft.
It's like Lego real life.
Ya.
Elden Ring Lego? To come? It's about destroying things made of Lego? But this is a game or this is a to show the
Creo que es el juego, ¿no?
the motor?
Es sobre destrucción. ¿O no? No lo sé.
Tear down. Yeah, it's about destroying. But I'm very confused right now. Yay.
Muy buenas, Levi.
Es el motor. Sí.
Last
Muy
year at
buenas,
Opening
Levi.
Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world. Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first
bien
look
hecho.
at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come
February.
throughout
Okay,
the
we
week
have
at
time to-
Gamescom,
for me
including
to
a
play the
live
first
demo
one.
on
De Noches de
Gamescom
Terror.
Studio tomorrow.
Released in February and is already the best game on Switch.
Ya.
Nice. All right, thank you.
Esta gente son unos crack. Son franceses, creo.
Jesus, it looks so cool. And there's 2?
Sí.
But it's co-op.
Pues eso parece.
Cuidado con eso.
¿Dónde está la clave? Uy, qué mal rollo.
Remind me of that part of Unravel. The thing rolling. Ay, qué grande. Oh, and then two of them.
Qué grande. Me da mucho miedo.
Oof, no, we are playing for sure.
Exacto.
I'm WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia! This is great! This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70
These arcade-style video games.
Rolling it out like never before! Oh no! Hold on to your toothpaste, Mauro! Look out below! WWE is L-I-T! You know, I'm a little more old school than Mauro.
Hagamos con que esto no ha sucedido. Next.
Legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action. It's a great evening for WWE action. Oh, wow! Take that, Mauro! Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now,
A un amigo mío le encanta. Sí, deben jugarlo.
look out, Mauro! The Undertaker has risen.
Ah,
For his last ride. Mamma mia, what a move! Finish him! Oh no! He just hit the snooze button! How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're gonna experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Whew, that's a big toy hammer! Oh, I can't believe my eyes! Seth Rollins delivers the stomp! What a night! What a night! This is the greatest thing I've ever seen! Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits. Mamma mia! Oh, sorry, Mauro. I know that's your line.
Han puesto fuego a los special moves por la hoguera.
Let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
Tell us after what you think.
Resistance.
Oh, Legion. ¿Tú se casas?
Sí.
I'm the perfect shot.
The winner of the Best Action Game
I
is
don't understand these awards.
Squadrons.
Sí, es a juegos que
It
van
was
a salir.
probably IGN, yeah. Like more expected or something. I don't know. Because the first one was really and the best Switch game.
The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
They probably said it and we lost it. Let's be fair. We have no idea, Martin. I'm really sorry.
Estamos exactamente igual que tú, Martín. No entendemos absolutamente nada.
They are judging games that are not out. I don't know.
Used to be an explorer.
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
Did not believe what I
Curious Expedition? What is that?
It was time for the war.
Todo lo que están enseñando no
Yeah, I know, but we could have seen a list or something.
Congratulations to all the winners. As I mentioned, IGN will
Winners
be here
of
for
what?
all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news.
It's like
Check
a
it
big
out.
campeón in Paris.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN.
Kojima.
We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up-to-the-second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late-night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom
there is
Award.
a whole...
Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
And now it is time to talk about that Best Action Game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check.
We all choose our path, light
or dark, freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic.
De hacer cosas Star Wars.
The Empire lives on.
Cuando el dinero se mueve,
Imperial
cosas siguen
forces are
llegando.
edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their
Easy
empire
money.
collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloane.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses. The outpost is defenseless. When you've secured the area, you will escort the Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Ladies, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks,
De acuerdo con
Titan
su
Squadron.
No time to celebrate.
Sí, es un juego de naves en primera persona de Star Wars. O sea, como un Ace
Each
Combat,
mission
pero
will
de
immerse
Star
you
Wars.
into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
Dios, cómo se parece, cómo se ve, supongo que es porque es el
From
mismo
bombing
motor,
runs
el
at the
Real Engine,
Nadiri
pero
dockyards,
se parece a Anthem
setting a
muchísimo.
trap in the Xavian abyss.
Cuando hablabas con
The story of these rival squadrons will push the war
NPCs
to
en
the
Anthem,
brink and define the galaxy
exactamente
for
igual.
years to come.
Pero bueno, todos estos juegos son
I
muy
look forward to
parecidos.
seeing you in combat October 2nd.
Hombre, en VR debe ser la clave, sí. ¿Este juego tiene VR? No lo sé. Sí, hombre, los combates con la nave.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game pack. Check this out.
Yeah.
The Sims.
Sims 4.
Huh?
The Sims Star Wars, the expansion. It's actually cool. Because oh, Artie. Because it's not. See?
Sentido nada.
The Sims 4 is really old already, right?
Sin graphics. Pero...
Yes.
Tienes un... No hay una campaña, ¿no? Porque en los Sims no hay campaña, ¿no? Simplemente haces lo que quieres.
Yeah.
I see.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles. And now, they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
Hay que jugarlo.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower.
Luis Antonio.
Look at its colors, its colors. Now I want you to imagine it changing.
We have to play this game.
Moving backward, returning to its bud.
It's gonna be pretty fucked up.
Unopened. Look at it as a whole. Then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
¡Oh! Ese era William Dafoe. ¿De qué estaba hablando ahora mismo?
Ah.
What the hell? Madre mía, está narrado por William Dafoe.
I didn't see. I was looking at the chat.
Instant buy.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad.
At least this one we could understand.
Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
What is ¿Qué es Will?
Ya no han dado fecha, ¿verdad? De nada. Ese 12 minutos es o 14, ¿no?
Es súper engraçado el Godfall. Mira qué cámara.
Mira.
Fíjate.
Esto es Next Gen, Me guste o no, esto es Next Gen. Uy, ya está. Uy. ¿Me han cortado ahí en medio?
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand. Explore. Tear the veil asunder. Subvert new territory to our sovereign will.
Ah, vale, Warframe. Warframe en Switch.
But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked.
Es como ha cambiado de Fall Guys.
Expansión, la Season 2.
The skins, the clothes, new clothes.
Infested with it.
Este juego también es bastante disparate.
The gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall, we shall scream. There is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
Cada vez que veo un tráiler de este juego quiero jugarlo, pero luego empiezo a jugar y no duro más de
So many
unas horas.
people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho, saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your mask.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita. E você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso.
¿Qué acento tiene? ¿El sur o norte?
Por amor.
That's how you included a middle now, so it's not only north and south, it's north, south, medio, ¿no? And now medio.
The middle. Brasil. Tenía no sé qué Brasil, ¿no?
I didn't see.
¿No has visto? La desarrolladora, ¿no?
Mia Pescado.
Watch you sleeping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in.
¿Qué es eso?
Waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching and waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing. Just checking the list. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold out to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Heat of the night.
Aura. Charged Mackley. Override 2. Super Mackley. Mi casco ese juego, default.
Oh, qué grande.
Cata solo tiene ojos para su bonita Dani.
¿Qué? ¿Me caso con este juego? No conocía para nada.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5 and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches. A comprehensive, built from the ground up. Got the exclusive debut of the next trailer called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
What? World premiere. Esto es Mafia, ¿no? Mafia 1.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
That's right. One day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys? Don't sass me, Tommy.
I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay, then. Welcome to the family.
Sí, mola mucho este juego.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop.
Este shooter es muy interesante.
Shooter? He said it. It's a turn-based strategy. It's like the shooter.
Tienes un loop que se va repitiendo todo el rato. Y luego tienes que empezar a jugar con tus propias sombras.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Es como muy raro, pero a la vez no sé, puede ser interesante.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear. Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
That boy is our last hope. No, there is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Ya me caso con Lego. It's so cute. I only played the one of Lord of the Rings, but they are so cute.
Yo solo juego demos.
I tried I played Lord of the Rings and I think
The Force will be with you.
Batman? No. What was the other one? It was with superheroes, but I don't remember which one. It is a cool game for kids, you know, to play with kids. It's really cool too.
Punch it! Not him, the Falcon.
Ahora que sea más difícil que un Souls.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So be it, Jedi.
A guilty pleasure of you. No guilty.
No guilt.
Lego puro oro.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out. And remember,
2 players, all the keywords. We saw this. Yeah, it's very disgusting. Yeah, it's like Heavy Hole. These mechanics of the arms, right? Remember Heavy Hole?
No.
The one I tested with yeah, it's like that, but with EA help.
¿No fuese tan asqueroso? ¿Por qué es un juego tan asqueroso? No entiendo.
Struggling.
What the fuck?
The Empire of the Past. And there it is again. You like it, Arthur? Sí.
Parece Rick and Morty. Estrategia nivel 10. Es el Civilizations este.
Age of Empires, ¿no?
O Age of Empires.
Age of Empires. Ay, Dios! The one that was before!
¡Ay, pobre!
¡Ay, qué mal!
¡Ay, pobre!
¡Ay, qué pena!
Le sacó la señora. El pobre señor que se ha comido todo el lag del... todo el lag de la presentación. Oh, este juego hay que jugar.
What more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hope?
¿No sabes cuáles son?
Sí, sí, I know. Pre-order.
Se está comiendo también un poquito de lag este juego.
Where is Rosillo? Rosillo is the one casado with
Después de ver el coche gamer, ¿no? Todos estos coches se quedan un poco... Un coche hecho por gamers, para gamers. Todos los demás se quedan un poco...
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed,
I played the second,
that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours.
Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, Civilization. I was another person.
I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection is really a big one for me when that's concerned. but I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although, much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Complete what?
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Not Entertainment.
I really wanted to understand what is this about.
Congratulations, enjoy the
Who chose that?
Enjoy the
I don't understand.
Tenemos que jugar ese juego, por cierto. Que es el
Sí.
nuevo de Don't Not.
From gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Ha dicho algo del juego
Thank
del
you very
coche
much, Sid.
hecho por
And
gamers
by the way,
para gamers,
congratulations
creo.
to Don't Nod for
That's why we
Tell Me
missed
Why,
stuff.
a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox.
Que ya está,
Xbox
es verdad,
Game
ya ha
Pass.
salido.
And as we know, there's a lot
much
going
to
on in the
play.
world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to
Games are
remember
good.
amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
You have broken my heart. For your betrayal, you will be broken.
Uy, qué chulo, tío, cómo se ve, madre mía. Mira, qué epilepsia.
Oh, that's strong.
Corpse.
How many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is. Fall Guys Season 2.
The internet. Os internautas.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game
Season
so far.
2, yeah?
As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes,
I'm
and
pretty
the
sure they
montages that
speed
people are
this up.
posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Yeah. I did not see it coming. When I yeah. No, because there are games you play. Like I played Katana, and I was like, I'm gonna love this game. It's gonna be great. But I did not see like, oh, this game is gonna be like big, you know?
Traverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show.
Because I did not put the factor 40 people playing at the same time. I think that's the thing. The skins are so cute. Sí. Solaire.
Enjoy the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then @FallGuysGame on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
Oof, I cannot believe we're gonna play Disco Elysium.
What?
I cannot believe we're gonna play Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah.
Thought it was going to happen.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who can actually run Colorado.
He always
tried once.
El acting.
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spark. For years, my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there.
Está muy bien animado y dirigido. No, este es el Wasteland 3.
Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone.
¿Salen 2 días?
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time, because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento.
Está famoso, me molesta mucho que sea tan famoso este hombre.
De experiências
reais. Ponme a otros famosos. Habrá más.
Because there is no Spanish speaker in the famosos gamers.
Habrá más gente famosa en Brasil.
No famosos gamers. And then the translation is completely different.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music, or whatever. And it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or
The Last of Us Part 2,
it's definitely in your childhood now. Being gamer, yes.
Arthur, please get offended.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment.
Grande, maldita sea.
When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. We'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002, and I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
Oh, bien hecho, The Fall. Enhorabuena.
Now for Smogan Austin.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you. I'm scared too.
Welcome to France, gentlemen. I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
Members of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
Be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves!
Like I said, boom!
There are things as people I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Es como una campaña antigua de Call of Duty, ¿no? Pero en VR puede molar. Si se empiezan a rescatar este tipo de experiencias single player experiencias single player en primera persona, que estaban muy de moda en los 90, pero en VR, la verdad es que molaría bastante. Había muy buenas historias ahí. Y es como una nueva forma de contarlas. Molaría bastante. Sí, me da bajón al final, ¿eh?
Thank you so much, Vince. That looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, Game Director on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience. What can we expect?
Well, Jeff, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working really hard on this, and it's so exciting to premiere the trailer with you. Medal going back to its roots, was always about putting the player in the boots of a soldier fighting in World War II. And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way. It's definitely the most immersive experience, most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on. And the story follows you as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS, and their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA. But during World War II, they sent operatives all over Europe, deep behind enemy lines, and that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that really helped shape the outcome of the war.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano and other things in there. Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors. And it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act one is working with the French resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act two is D-Day itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things like the 262 jet and the V-2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this journey, this story, and the story is shot all from your perspective because it's VR. Your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes. We don't have edits.
Things we don't know yet.
Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person, as if you are there. So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that emotional connection, and it just makes the experience all the more
all about emotion.
Well, you and Vince, I know this series is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's so much there to experience. It looks really rich and detailed, obviously authentic as well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience. But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we've known each other a long time. So much of your career trying to map natural human movements to a controller, and just figuring out things like making it feel good, and one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you duck? You just duck. And how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just, it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level. So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those, after it comes out.
We'll have to live here, though.
Definitely a full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday, so fasten your seatbelts. We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn.
Because you put in the...
It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that started our careers working on those original set, going back first one and Allied Assault, and now to be able to bring Above and Beyond to a whole new generation is one of the most exciting things we've been involved with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Opening Night Live will be right back. And in the meantime, here's a look at a new game that is launching tonight.
The world was broken, fractured by the magic the Vow-Keepers said they would protect us from.
Jesus, ¿cuántos picoteos?
The ruins of the Holy Lands. This is proof.
I thought we were gonna get ice cream or something.
It isn't safe. It can't be controlled.
Everything today?
Magic cannot be used.
No, es que probamos la beta.
Muy buenas, Winter. Ah, spell break. Or spell break.
But
Break
I
or break?
am a battle mage. I have broken my vow.
Bien hecho, Minte.
Esto fue tan entretenido.
I fight
Cuando probamos la beta,
free.
estaba guay.
Me mareó muchísimo.
Uy, qué mala música. Sí, es un Battle Royale de magos, con habilidades, con magia, ¿no? Estaba entretenido, el movimiento molaba eso. Sí, luego tiene un rollo mágica, que puedes, eso, como dice Mite, combinar. Está guay. Yo no soy muy fan del Battle Royale, pero está entretenido. Es original, por lo menos. Ay, es gratis.
This is triggering me.
Game Pass. Eso es verdad. De ring, pero vamos, no contéis con ella, amigos. Todo menos el de ring. El de ring tendrá su propio evento, ya con el hype que tiene la gente, tendría que hacer con software un propio evento, juntar ahí a 1 millón de espectadores viendo. Exacto.
No, man. Sorry.
So many great games in Xbox Game Pass, and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Factor 5?
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ本当に聴いたことがなかった音楽でした。
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわで、本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
Como
sí, Blazing Chrome.
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
Super sad.
¿No hemos visto el juego? What the hell?
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2, Beyond Light.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light, we need only look inward. Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
No.
is their fate. One after another.
Rox, maldita sea. Después del evento, ¿le daréis al Remnant o con Kaguya?
Pues la verdad es que no lo sé. ¿Qué te apetece a ti?
Does it depend when it finishes?
A las 10. ¿Cómo se ponen las orejas? No se ponen las orejas de...
I have one more award to give out tonight, and that is the best Sony PlayStation game. So, without further ado, the winner is Cyberpunk 2077.
Congratulations.
Best Sony PlayStation game.
Of course, there are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's Most Wanted, and Best of Show. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers and sports awards. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Time to see the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight, but before I turn it back to Jeff, I just want to say that I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy. We're all in this together, so take care.
I hope today was
back
better.
To you, Jeff.
Now yours.
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show again this year. A lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back
now you
in
can
June,
play
we saw Of Ratchet and Clank ripped apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
Para esto hemos venido, gente. Para esto hemos venido. No sé. Os colocas bien. Micrófono. Seta. Venga. Shh.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the bomb back.
Oh dear. Let's show them how it's done. All right, bringing out the big guns. Feels good to be back in action. Last one.
Changing the shoulder, you like it?
The train's pulling away. Let's go. Dimensionator, nefarious.
Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah, right. They finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye.
loco. Ay, Kili, no me lo cortes, hombre, aquí en la demo del nombre.
Ay, Dios.
Was that this device seems to utilize reality shot. There has to be another way across.
Pero sí creo que no es nuestro.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say, but I think it's the, yeah, F. It's not ours.
That was rather exciting.
Super, because you are a press. Press has its privilege. You are seeing the media event, media VIP directo.
Ya, realmente. Sí, no está yendo muy fino, la verdad.
Yeah, they have to upload the trailers in 4K as soon as possible. Yeah.
4K 60 frames.
This is worse than I had imagined.
Look, it's Ratchet and Clank.
Sand sharks from above.
Se carayó el...
Sí, pero lo de que se pixele la imagen es normal por el streaming. Sobre todo cuando hay tantísimas cosas en pantalla moviéndose.
Or at least a very large octopus.
No sé qué bitrate tendrá, pero vamos, es muy difícil que no se pixele ahora.
Maldito infinito.
I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality. Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these just to try and take over the universe again? Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job. He must have more planned than he is telling us. That's what I'm afraid of.
Locura.
Locura de gameplay. Que pones entre los parones, las millones de armas y habilidades que está usando. Sí, este ranch. A mí también me gusta, Mira que no juego a ninguno, pero la verdad es que es un juego bastante divertido de jugar. Más co-op.
We have to get the Dimensionator away from Nefarious. The dimensions are weakening considerably. How bad is it?
Well, it is
certainly not good. Right. It's me. We've been boarded. Get off me, Clank! Ratchet, we are too late. Ratchet?
Se viene.
Who?
But it's not gonna show? ¿En serio?
La wife. Ha estado bien.
Ay, but I wanted to know about her.
Lo mismo que vimos, lo que pasa es que gameplay. Lo han hecho como para demostrar que lo que enseñaron era gameplay. Pero es exactamente el mismo trozo que vimos.
Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
It's his house.
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure.
And he's showing his collection of discos and no microphone.
With the kind of density and life that we've never been able to before. More important, perhaps, though, is the
this is a lot of he's organized by letter.
Because that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet, lightning fast, like in way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, the Rift tether that in the demo, we've seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
De lanzamiento de videojuegos más grande de la historia de PlayStation. ¿Dónde están los juegos? ¿Dónde están?
You can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to
the moscas that appear here in summer are that size.
And that enables you to basically like warp across the world to find
the one that were here the other day, we thought that it was two.
Wow, you got to say, like, when you sit and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You guys, so confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to get hands on with the adaptive triggers and the haptics. How are you using that to sort of impact the gameplay of Rift Apart?
Pero infinitamente.
So every Ratchet and Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons, just exuding a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank, just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So, for example, your burst pistol, of course, it gives you like a satisfying kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different and you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger, like that to a functional level, where in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double shotgun. You can pull the trigger way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them. And then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways better.
Wow, no, I'm excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane, group of weapons as always. Plus, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game, but standalone adventure. So it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet & Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it. And for hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a lot of returning characters.
Chicken and nothing of abacaxi.
Through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see frequently in the game? Are there special moments? I guess I'm curious how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun, and as you said, of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development right now? Mike?
So Ratchet is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it a big window? So, no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're going to get, I'm sure. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart coming in the launch window for PlayStation 5. I got to say, Insomniac, we're so excited what you guys are doing across PlayStation, and the game looks incredible. So thank you so much for all you've done, and we look forward to Rift Apart soon.
In the window. It has to be the window to break it.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us
is
that
coming
first
on the
look
3rd.
at Ratchet for PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for opening night. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at Gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
Mira qué postura más rara yo. No le he hecho conferencias el tío, ya uno no se acostumbra a estar en el... Se pone la mano al bolsillo, levanta el pie... Ahora se viene el derribo. No te preocupes, Argues. Ahora en el post-show...
Now it's gonna be best game not announced, Elden Ring.
Best game from software,
best game with no gameplay. Not announced.
Night live post show. I'm your host Damon Hatfield. Before we get started, just a reminder to head to www.gamescom.global to see all the newest games content, check out the full schedule so you don't miss a thing, and sign up for an account to personalize your Gamescom experience. You can also check out all the streams and videos on Gamescom's official Twitch and YouTube.
Gamescom New Game Plus. Las 10 son.
Joining me now to discuss everything